Oh, hey, what's up? I'm trying to read, but yeah, I always wear a microphone. Why do you ask? Anyway, today we're doing some book shopping. It's already done. I'm in the future right now, but let's go into the past and you can follow me along for some book shopping. We went to Burien for 2 bookshops. We came to West Seattle where I ate at my favorite lunch spot, and then we did 2 more bookshops. And now I'm down here at the beach, enjoying myself, reading a book. All of the books that I bought today are in the video, so write in the comments if you think you can guess which ones I bought, and later when I get home I'll do a book haul for you. You want to join me on some book shopping? Come on, let's take a look at what I did today. Back at the house, so let me first go through the day that we went through. So on the way to Burien, I'm on the freeway. Right in front of me, two cars. One swerves into the other car. One swerves into the other car, hit each other. That one almost hits the barricade. Squealing, smoke. I have to slam on my brakes. They get out of the way, thankfully, and we go through. So that's my day starting out before I even get to the bookstore. I'm trying to have a calm, relaxing day. Anyway, that's what starts it off. So I'm glad the rest of the day was calm and relaxing. So for my first bookstore, I went to Three Tree Books, which was a nice, cute bookstore in Burien. And I bought Fire Exit by Morgan Talty. This was a recommendation from the bookseller. They had the little cards on there. I try my best to buy books on my TBR already or recommended by the bookstore themselves, either the person in the shop or on the cards where they do their recommendations. So this one I thought was interesting. I obviously have not read it. I've never read anything by Morgan Talty before, so this will be new for me. So I'm going to read the back, not the whole thing. This is way too much. So I'm going to read just a little bit of the back to get you an idea about what this book is about. Charles Lamosway has watched the life he might have had unfold across the river on Maine's Penobscot Reservation. He caught brief moments of his neighbor Elizabeth's life from the day she came home from the hospital to her early 20s. But there's something deeper and more dangerous than the river that divides him from her and the rest of the tribal community. It's a secret that Elizabeth is his daughter, a secret Charles is no longer willing to keep. So, that sounds interesting. It was recommended by Tommy Orange. I read There from him, so I take his opinion highly. So, excited about that. That looks interesting. Second bookstore I went to was also in Burien, Page 2 Books, right down the street from the other one, in fact. And I got Ocean's Godori. This was also recommended by the bookstore based on their written recommendations in the bookstore. And this one I thought was interesting because it's also Korean. So the author is Korean, but also set in a Korean cultural environment. I lived in Korea for 10 years, so this is always interesting to me. The bookseller, when I bought it, was very excited because Elaine Cho was putting out a new book soon. Apparently the new cover had been released, so she was very excited about that. So she said, once you finish this, you're going to want to get the second one. So I'm looking forward to this. So let me read the back and see what it's all about. Oh Sin-yoon has never felt very Korean, even if she is descended from a long line of Haenyeo, Jeju Island's beloved female divers. She doesn't like soju, constantly misses cultural references, and despite her love of the game, people still say that she doesn't play hwatu like Korean. Ocean is also persona non grata at the Alliance, Korea's solar system dominating space agency. Since a mission went awry and she earned a reputation for being a little too quick with her gun. Her best friend, Teo, second son of the Anantech Empire, is framed for murdering his family. Ocean and her misfit crewmates are pushed to the forefront of a high-stakes ideological conflict. But dodging bullets and winning space chases may be the easiest part of what comes next. All right, so that sounds good. I'm trying to have something fun. She said this would be fun. I'm trying to have some fun reads over the summer. I just got done reading a bunch of thick, dense literature. So the summer, I want to spend a little more time on something fun. So this looks pretty exciting. The third bookstore I went to was Paperboat Books in West Seattle after lunch, after I ate at Easy Street. And then I got Where the Axe is Buried by Ray Naylor. This one, again, recommended by the booksellers on their little notes. So let's read a little bit about this to see. I thought this looked interesting, so let's read about it. All right, so this one says, the president of the Autocratic Federation has downloaded his mind to a succession of new bodies to maintain his grip on power. The West has largely turned over governance to AI ministers and is on the verge of collapse. Lilia, a brilliant scientist on the run from Federation authorities, may have invented a way to escape the impenetrable web of surveillance and replace the president, but the Global Resistance Network decided her fate might be fatally compromised. The status quo won't hold, but what will rise to take its place? Very poignant considering the world that we live in at the moment. So this sounds pretty interesting. And of course, we'll read that over the summer. Again, sounds fun, sounds interesting, nice sci-fi read from Ray Naylor. The last bookshop I went to was Pegasus Books. It's a used bookstore in West Seattle, and I got Playground from Richard Powers. I read Bewilderment by Richard Powers a couple of years ago, and I was absolutely blown away. Richard Powers is a phenomenal writer, so I've not been able to read him since then, but once I saw this book, I saw a couple of his books, but once I saw this book, I was like, I've got to get some more Richard Powers in there. So this one sounds really interesting, and it sounds similar to the theme that I'm going with. I'm in the middle of reading Remarkably Bright Creatures, so this I felt like was thematically linked. So let me read the back and tell you what this is all about. Playground is a sweeping, panoramic novel of the last wild place humanity has left to colonize the world's largest ocean. 4 lives are drawn together on the history-scarred island of Makatea in French Polynesia, a tiny atoll that has been chosen to send floating, autonomous cities out onto the open sea, assuming the island's residents vote to greenlight the project. This awe-filled book interweaves beautifully written, rich characterization, profound themes of technology and the environment, and a deep exploration of the shared humanity in a way only Richard Powers can. So, those are the 4 books that I got. I'm super excited about it. If you guessed correctly on any of the books that I bought from earlier, let me know down below. If you've read any of these books, also let me know down below what you think. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Now it's time to read. Bye-bye.